From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, June 29th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15.89 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,183 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $256. Antiwar.com reports with the June 30th deadline just a day away, there is still no official word on a new extension of the interim P5+1 nuclear agreement, though both U.S. and Iranian officials are confirming that negotiators are planning to remain in Vienna beyond the deadline to continue the talks. It's not unusual for this to happen in the lead-up to a deadline, as officials often try to play hardball at the last minute and claim the deadline this time is firm, though each time they eventually all concede that the talks are just too complicated to wrap up in time and that more time is needed. A 6-month extension seems the most likely result, as it would push the talks toward the end of the year, giving more time for talks. As with past extensions, this is sure to spawn a new round of condemnation from congressional hawks and foreign factions opposed to the nuclear talks, notably Israel. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. UPI reports the Falcon 9 reusable rocket from SpaceX on Sunday suffered its third failed fiery attempt to launch for outer space and return to land on a drone ship. NASA held a joint press conference with SpaceX representatives about the rocket's failure. SpaceX, owned by Elon Musk, launched the Falcon 9 at 10:21 a.m. on Sunday. The main objective of the mission was to deliver a SpaceX Dragon capsule to the International Space Station as part of a $1.6 billion contract with NASA. SpaceX President and Chief Operating Officer Gwynne Shotwell said, "Up until 139 seconds into the flight, we experienced an anomaly which led to a failure of the mission. We are obviously collecting data." Shotwell added that there were signs of pressurization and that no safety issues were reported. William H. Gerstenmaier, Associate Administrator for Human Exploration and Operations at NASA, said that it was a tough day. Supplies at the International Space Station are adequate, but there was a significant loss of research equipment, including a spacesuit. Gerstenmaier added that the crew is not in danger. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton said on Sunday that county clerks in Texas who object to same-sex marriage can refuse to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples, despite last week's landmark U.S. Supreme Court ruling requiring states to allow same-sex marriage. The nation's top court said on Friday that the U.S. Constitution provides same-sex couples the right to marriage. Paxton said in a statement that hundreds of public officials in Texas were seeking guidance on how to implement what he called a lawless and flawed decision by an activist court. The state's attorney general said that while the Supreme Court justices had fabricated a new constitutional right, they did not diminish, overrule, or call into question the First Amendment right to free exercise of religion. Paxton wrote, "County clerks and their employees retain religious freedoms that may allow accommodation of their religious objection to issuing same-sex marriage licenses," adding that the strength of any such claim would depend on the facts of each case. He noted that officials who refuse to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples could expect to be sued, but he said they would have ample legal support. Last week's 5-4 ruling by the Supreme Court was the culmination of a long legal fight by gay rights advocates. It unleashed a torrent of emotions both for and against the decision. The ruling was the High Court's most important expansion of marriage rights in the United States since the landmark 1967 ruling in the case of Loving v. Virginia, which struck down state laws barring interracial marriage. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.